The search for missing former Venice Councilman David Sherman may have ended this morning after police discovered what they believe to be his body. SNN's Melissa Warren has more on this developing story. Melissa?
Well, after searching a week and a half for Sherman, Venice Police Chief Tom McNulty says K-9 units discovered a body in a densely wooded area not far from his home. They say they were able to tentatively identify him based on a watch he had been wearing and other belongings that were found with him.
Yesterday I had a meeting with my detective division to update me on where the investigation was going, and I made a decision that maybe we should try cadaver dogs, just on the chance that maybe he wandered away and either hurt himself or committed suicide, to be quite honest with you.
McNulty says all initial indications point to suicide as the cause and says a gun that belonged to Sherman was found with the body.
And it was off the side of a trail. All indications are he did not want to be found because I was back at the scene, and you really had to climb through a lot of dense vegetation to get to where he was found.
Sherman had been missing since February 8th, and neighbors were becoming concerned after a few days had passed with no leads. But McNulty says he was confident early on there was no foul play involved.
And I talked to the neighbors. You know, when we went over with our crime scene van, you know right away that it's going to make the neighbors think we found a body, we had some kind of a major lead. And that was just was part of our process. But it's also just to give us a level of comfort that no foul play took place at the house. And of course, in the end, nothing did happen at the house.
And speaking of the house, the area where Sherman was found is just under a mile away from his home in the Pine Brook South neighborhood.
Well, Melissa, if it wasn't that far, did McNulty say anything about why it may have taken so long to find him?
Well, as you mentioned, it was very densely wooded area and hundreds of feet away from a dirt trail. And McNulty says they really exhausted all their other options in the past week, using bloodhounds to track his scent. But it wasn't until they brought in those cadaver-trained K-9 units that they were able to get a lead.
All right. Thanks, Melissa.